Johanan Raatz released a video on February 5th, 2011 that purported to prove that Platonic forms exist. In this he failed, since the way he tried to prove Platonic forms exist is a classic example of a false dichotomy fallacy. He concludes that Platonic forms exist because all knowledge cannot need independent justification, since that would violate Gödel's theorem. The problem is, in order for us to avoid violating Gödel's theorem and the law of non-contradiction, he fallaciously allows only two options: Platonic forms or no Platonic forms, and thus he fails to prove Platonic forms because there is a third option. In order to have fundamental, or as he calls it, intrinsic knowledge that doesn't itself require independent justification, one can simply hold to axiomatic concepts. Axiomatic concepts are fundamental and don't require independent justification, since they are epistemologically necessary. This completely shatters his attempt to prove Platonic forms, since he based it on a false dichotomy fallacy. In order to weasel out of this, Johanan Raatz is apt to say that concepts are by definition Platonic forms, but this is simply false and extremely absurd. At best, Platonic forms are a type of concept, but concepts are certainly not by definition Platonic forms. But actually, normal natural concepts are extremely different from Platonic forms. Consistent with objectivism, concepts are mental abstractions which allow generalization and the extension of knowledge from some known objects to others unknown. Concepts integrate two or more particulars into a common mental unit. Platonic forms are nothing like that, since Platonic forms are transcendent while natural concepts are not. Platonic forms are supposed to be archetypes. Natural concepts are not archetypes. Platonic forms are supposed to be causal agents, while natural concepts are not at all causal agents, since they are epistemic only. Platonic forms are supposed to be in another supernatural, higher, perfect realm, while natural concepts are in the natural realm. So clearly, concepts are not by definition Platonic forms, and because of that, there is another option, which totally refutes Johanan Raatz's very poor attempt to prove Platonic forms.